I'm Paul Mamolou for Abington News and Views, and we're here at the Old York Road Country Club for the Abington Rockledge Democratic Committee annual spring banquet.
And I'll tell you as well, she does an unbelievable amount of work in this group.
It means that we could play offense on social justice and civil rights legislation to ensure that everybody counts equally in Pennsylvania, and that hateful junk that the other side wants to write in our Constitution, that hateful stuff that they want to pass in legislation, what they just did in Arizona, on immigration, that could happen here. But elections matter.
The people who are involved in ARDC are the people who, really make change in this country and make change in this community. They go out and they knock on doors and they hand out literature and they get involved because they care deeply about the things we're fighting for in Harrisburg and the things that Democrats are fighting for in Washington. And I'm just so proud to be endorsed by this committee time and time again and to work closely with them in every way that I can.
I was there when the president signed the health care bill in the White House. I watched him and thought what a remarkable moment this is, to see the President of the United States finally make access to health insurance for all Americans a reality rather than a dream in this country. One of the accomplishments of this Congress was to finally say to all Americans that we're going to make sure that you have access to meaningful, affordable health coverage. And so for those with insurance who actually don't have the kind of coverage that they really thought they did, they will have more comprehensive coverage. For those who are concerned about the rising costs, we're going to try and contain the rising cost of health coverage.
I am not just responsible for having unhooked you, but I say we can't afford them. Something in what we call in the military the black world, where nobody, even Congress, has access to. We have a different way to track the Chinese submarines.
We always knew that the verdict on our inspector, a Republican, on a 30-year incumbent, that they are looking for someone else. And that someone else is someone they can trust, that won't just switch a party because they can't win in a Republican primary. Someone who would give his votes up for the next judicial nominee to the Supreme Court, to Rick Santorum, for his endorsement. Now, there's a different way. I think we should respect Arlen for what he's done in terms of NIH funding, but not for 4 out of every 5 votes that he gave to George Bush that destroyed the economy, that squandered the surpluses that President Clinton had given to George Bush. There's a different approach, and I intend to take that.
We can't beat the Republicans by sounding just a little bit less conservative than they are. We can't beat the Republicans by sounding like Republican light. We beat them by confronting them, by saying your views are out of touch, you're wacky, you right-wing lunatics, you tea partying wackos. That is not going to get it done in Pennsylvania.
We're here with Montgomery County Commissioner and Democratic candidate for Governor, Joe Huffle. Joe, how's the campaign going?
It's going very well. Working hard to spread the word, talking about environmental protection, job creation, boosting public schools in the state. Good issues to talk about, and the public is responding really well.
We're here with Steve Kline. He's the Abington Commissioner for Ward 1, and there are some things going on in Ward 1. Steve, tell us what's happening.
Oh, we've seen some developments in the Baderwood Shopping Center project. Most people have been aware that the owners of Baderwood Shopping Center, Brandolini, have been looking to make a mixed-use development which included a residential component. And it seems as though they're going to, in the spring and the summer of this year, just do a facelift and renovation and potential addition to the Whole Foods, but nothing that deals with a residential component for the short term, and start leasing the stores and the tenant spaces in the fall. So that's a good development. We'll start to see some life back in Baderwood Shopping Center.
I am thrilled to present this award for Democrat of the Year to my good friend, John Spiegelman.
Thank all